Chicago Bulls against the Memphis Grizzlies. I gotta give the Bulls their credit, right? Also gotta give Billy Donovan his credit. He's coaching a really good scheme. We're spreading the ball out. 21 points in the first quarter. We won that 21-17. The Bulls won the second quarter, 29-23. But I like the way the Bulls are playing and spreading the ball around. Patrick Williams has 7 shots already so far. He's only made 2 of them though, for 7 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block. DeMar DeRozan's leading the way with 11. Kobe White has not got going yet. He's 0-2 from three-point range, 2 of 6 overall from the field right now for only 4 points. Nikola Vucevic is 3 of 5 for 7 points. 7 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist in this game so far. And then very balanced scoring coming off the bench today. Dalen Terry with 4 points, Drummond with 4 points, Javon Carter with 5 points, Ayo Dosunmu with 5 points. So we got a balanced attack going off the bench right now. The Bulls are up by 10 at halftime. We definitely have some things we can tighten up as well in this game if you really want to pull away from this game. But overall, I like the energy that the Bulls are playing with for sure. I like the way they're moving the ball around as a unit and as a team. I like the way that they're playing right now. Got to give them credit for those type of things. But we're not, again, I don't expect it to be perfect, but we're out rebounding them 4 rebounds right now, 24-20 in this game so far, which is really, really solid. Points in the paint, both teams are tied with 16 each. We have 18 points off the bench. There's 6 points off the bench. And then fast break points are also tied 5-5. So the Bulls got some things that they can definitely tighten up for in this game. We shot the ball so far 42% from the field and 33% from three-point range, which is okay. We have 12 assists on 19 made baskets, which is a really good ratio. But we need to make more buckets, right? The first quarter of this game was a really weird quarter where it seemed like both teams were really trying to still fill each other out. And we played and executed much better in the second half of this game. Dalen Terry even makes a buzzer beater 3 at the end of the first quarter. But like I said, we got some things that we definitely need to tighten up in this game if we really want to pull away from it. But I like what the Bulls are doing energy-wise. I like how we're rebounding the ball. I like how we're identifying, trying to get the ball to Drummond, Vooch. I think we can be better on that in the second half as well. If we can get out and transition a little bit more, that's going to help something. I also like the way that the Bulls are handling Jaren Jackson Jr. today. Again, he has 0 blocks in this game so far and only 4 rebounds. Now, that can change drastically, but keeping him off the offensive boards is going to be a big thing. He only has 1 offensive board tonight. That's the only offensive rebound that the Memphis Grizzlies have at all tonight. So really good keeping them off the offensive glass overall and not allowing him to have any block shots. But it kind of feels like maybe that first quarter was kind of a little bit weird because the Bulls were trying to avoid getting into the paint as much, or maybe try to avoid that shot blocking ability by Jackson. So we got some things we got to tighten up there. But like I said, I really like the energy this team's playing with in this first half. I think it's excellent. And I think if they keep playing the way that they played in the second quarter, they can create a little bit more separation coming out the gates in that third quarter. And we'll see how they're able to perform overall. So really like what the Bulls are bringing. Like I said, not perfect, but we like what the Bulls are bringing overall. Strong second quarter. Absolutely, Alberto. Omar's in the building. He says the only good thing about that first half was seeing D Rose briefly through the Bulls should be blowing this team out. No, and that's the thing. And I've said this before. We got to stop looking at, this team is missing XYZ piece and thinking that it's just going to be a blowout. The Bulls are not a above 500 team. We're not a team that's a contender. This team, Memphis Grizzlies, are still an extremely strong defensive team. We should not be blowing this team out. It would be nice for us to blow them out, but that's just not realistic when you look at how this team is still very active defensively, are the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's Talk Bulls says Bulls look active. Patrick Williams looks locked in on defense, but damn, they miss Vooch and Drum in the paint a lot. Yeah, we got to identify that a little bit better for sure. Australians are free says, why don't they get ruthless? What are they waiting for? We don't have that edge, yo. Don't get ruthless. Have you seen this team play? At what point, right? Or have you seen this Bulls team play ruthless? What the hell are we doing, man? This ain't death row. The Grizzlies have a bunch of unproven players. It's not surprising that the first quarter was a bit sloppy. We can't expect anything with the talent that just want to make it. Heart beats everything. Exactly. This is not a team that is not trying to compete. The Memphis Grizzlies, because the Bulls suck at finishing games when they get the lead. That's crazy. Don't start getting your panties in a bunch, people. How many games have we seen Kobe White only score 4 points in the first half and come out and score 25 in the second half this season? Not a lot, because he doesn't score just 4 points a lot. Come on, Shay. But no, we've seen Kobe White get off the slow starts and very much pick it up in the second half of games. I like how the Bulls are playing. I like the way they're playing. They definitely the way they finished that for sure. For sure. Brandon Peck says, Haize, that pass from Kobe to Carter was fire. I mean, Kobe's developing to a really nice passer, especially in rhythm as well. Bulls for life. Haize, we get to hear Joakim in the third quarter with Stacey and Adam. Only thing that'd be better is if D Rose is going to commentate with them too. Why? Y'all know D Rose don't talk. Well, you're not going to hear him do nothing but laugh a couple of times and giggle. The block by Pat was incredible, but did anyone notice how slow Io was to rotate? Motherfucker was taking a sweet ass time, and Vooch got blown by on the late switch. What's up, Loki? Hey, buddy. What's wrong? Hey, buddy. I don't think they can see you. Come closer. Nope. He's going the opposite way. Akitas are stubborn. Let's see what we got. Ant, the big homie in the building, says, I like the defense we played in the first half. Definitely got to agree with you on that. Everybody that's saying that the Bulls should have blown the same out. Remember, they blew out the Miami Heat like 2 days ago. Don't you remember? I can't wait to Joe Kimno on commentary. That should be fun. Joe on commentary should be fun. The Bulls are playing good. They just keep missing open shots. Yeah, I mean they're getting into their offensive sets really good. They got to tighten some things up. We got to shoot the ball better, and if we can, that's definitely going to help something. Bro, I watched a podcast with Derek talked for like 40 minutes, and I was surprised he could talk that much. Listen, Derek is one of those people, if you get him in an environment that he's comfortable in, he'll talk for sure. It was like a year ago where he had an interview and he was talking about like before the trade from the Bulls and things like that. And I was like, damn, I don't know if I've ever seen Derrick Rose talk that much. The game was a little sloppy in the first half, but I like how the Bulls are doing a lot of ball movement and stayed locked in on defense. That's the key for this team. That's definitely the key for this team. Bulls ain't going to blow out a team on Pride Night. I don't know why that's funny. I don't know what's funny about that. Bulls usually win when their opponents shoot poorly from three, it seems. No, I mean, we've won games where opponents have shot good from three. How about Javon Carter? This one had a nice steal too. Javon Carter's cool. It's not as bad as when I was flaming him as the ball-headed hoe, but he's definitely playing good. He got 5 points, 3 rebounds, no steal at least officially registered, and 3 assists, 1 rebound. So I mean, he's getting active out there. There's a plus minus of +8, so like that from Javon Carter. The Bulls just got to keep playing, stay the course. Stay locked in. Do not allow this Memphis Grizzlies team to get back in this game, because they are a team that can start getting hot from three-point range. And if you allow that to happen, it could start being a long night for you. And the Bulls definitely want to avoid that by any means necessary. That's what the Bulls want to avoid. You do not want to allow this Memphis Grizzlies team to start getting on a run against you, especially come out in the third quarter. And let's hope that that's going to be the case. The block by P. Will was nice. Yeah, listen, P. Will, when P. Will is aggressive and locked in, is such a fun player to watch. Even I'll say at the beginning of this game, the fact that he took as many shots as he did to start, I wish he would have hit a couple of those, but, it is what it is. Ball-headed hoe is just petty. His hairline fell off like his jump shot. That is hilarious. In 2040, Derek is going to be coaching the Bulls, and Joe Kimno is going to be the Bulls announcer. Yeah, that's never going to happen. That's never good. You want Derrick Rose to be a coach? First of all, he's not vocal enough to be a head coach in this league. Like, it's not going to happen. Derrick Rose is going to, I'm going to prepare y'all right now. Derrick Rose is going to be one of those players that when he retires, we may never see him again. Like, literally, we may never see Derrick Rose again once he retires. Did Kobe and Io clash heads or something, or did Kobe just get tripped up? I don't know. Here goes Shea again. Shea got to always be against somebody. For all you keep saying Patrick Williams shouldn't be playing the power forward spot, he's making Jared Jackson have a pretty rough game tonight. Just some food for thought. I think people realize that Pat can guard any position damn near, and that's really good for him. I want Jimmy to be a coach. LOL. He'd be telling players that. Oh, absolutely. Jimmy Butler would have been a good coach for like the 90s, right? But the 2000s, I don't. People can barely take Joe Kim Noah as a team. I mean, Jimmy Butler as a teammate. I don't know if Jimmy can coach in the 2000s. These players are too soft nowadays, man. Too soft. Is it just me, or have the Grizzlies been lucky with many uncalled travels? I haven't noticed that. I mean, travels at this point, you could call probably travel on every play. Every play. D Rose at 10-day and he retires 2030. You think Derrick Rose is going to make it another 6 years in the league? Bro, he's been out for a week for a hamstring. It's wrapping up, my guy. It's wrapping up. It's definitely wrapping up. And I don't mean in a good way. Derrick Rose ain't playing to no 2030, my guy. That's not happening. See, but no, that's different. Like Mike stays away from the spotlight now because he got old, right? And he's just over it. Derrick Rose is going to be a complete recruit. Derrick Rose is going to be like Kendrick Lamar between albums. I'm sorry, Kendrick Lamar between albums. How we don't see Kendrick. He barely makes appearances. And then about 6 months before album drop, he'll be on a bunch of features. The album will drop. And then about 6 to 8 months after the album drop, Kendrick's gone again. That's going to be Derrick Rose once he retires. That's going to be it. But all right, y'all. I love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red. I'll be back post game, y'all.